Hey guys, Dark here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Poltawa. Playing for today's morning in the south, we have Guard2707 playing as the Brits, and his loadout is Commandos, Tactical Support, and Mobile Assault. Teaming up with him is DarkRegion, playing as Soviets, and his loadout is Mechanized Support, Counterattack, and Airborne Troops. Base offensive in the north, we have HappyCat playing as COH2, straight away locking in Grand Defensive. Teaming up with him is Negi, playing as Austria, and in his loadout is Assault Support, German Infantry, and German Mechanized. So some pretty unusual commanders there for the Austria player. In terms of ranks, Guard2707 DarkRegion around rank 30, arranged team. And HappyCat and Negi around rank 110, but only just completed their placement matches basically, and actually have a very good win-loss. HappyCat, not familiar with this player, but around rank 20 every faction 1v1, apparently from the UK, with not that many games. Unusually small amount of games for that higher rank. I'm not sure if it's a smurf or just a prodigy. Okay, so pretty smooth sailing on the right for HappyCat. Pretty heated garrison fighting here, but machine gun in a nice range here to contribute damage. Chopper model closing the distance there, but might be out. No. Might be able to squeeze a win out, but no. HappyCat wins the race to that building. But DarkRegion wins the race to this one. Pyro's getting low here, slightly late on the retreat. Quite a few squads in the retreat path here. And a very early tick of grenades from Guard2707. Trying to get the wipe on the MG here. And does. Pyros do get away from the conscripts. Negi getting in there for a recrew. Full focus fire on the MG. Will it make it home? 3 conscripts. Just stay stationary with the conscripts. Yeah, get away. Very close call, so that could have been the end of the game basically for the Axis if they lost the machine gun, that Pyro squad. Been too hard of a comeback from there. Now a big old blob of conscripts in the Stern Pioneer retreat path. Conscripts around the corner behind the sight blocker, forcing the Fusiliers out, but Fusiliers not very good in these close range engagements. So once the Stern Pioneers get forced off, they're just going to get bullied out of here. Should have a truck coming up for HappyCat, so just going 3 Fusiliers into the truck. Means he's going to be a little bit low on fighting power early. And despite the allies doing, some really nice pushing, almost getting all those wipes, actually don't have that much territory, and the Axis did get down here onto the cutoff as well, so despite that looking quite one-sided, all those engagements, Axis still fighting strongly here. Now getting on top of the fuel, putting some air spines down here as well, not a bad option. Does mean he's probably delaying his healing, but actually we're going to see a battle group from HappyCat. Just a little bit unusual. No looks, that means. Flamer doing some really good damage here. Out there on negative cover though. Ooh, and it goes down to a big burst from the Grenadiers. That negative cover is brutal. The Universal Carrier forcing quite a few retreats. Just Okay, no tech yet from Guard2707. I guess the grenade tech slowed him down a little bit.
Field recovery teams are ready to salvage vehicles. A command post
And
vehicle promotion
lots
is
in
available.
tactical support.
Airdropped weapons and medical supplies are ready
Built
for
himself
dispatch
some
to the
engineers from
frontline
that, and
troops.
also went for the 5-man, so I guess that's where the rest of his fuel went. And you waited for the 5-man upgrade before popping the engineers from the commander. Make sure he got full value. Sandbags down. Interesting position on them there. Sweepers trying to come out here, defuse the S minefield. Conscripts getting on to the rear. Not using Ura though. Leisurely waltz around the machine gun, but either way, very strong fuel control for the Axis early. Having this one connected for quite some time. So they're off to a good start, you know.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Almost lost the game, you know, almost lost the MG and the Pyro here, which could have been game ending, and just completely turning it around.
Our opponents are seizing
Really
the sector.
good damage here. So we see also a somewhat interesting build here from Negi, going for 2 Pyros, 2 Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadier. It's like I heard a T-gun shoot, but I don't see any vehicles, but just shooting at some infantry. Here come the Fusiliers now with the G43s, very good at firing on the move and steal all of those medical supplies there. Here comes the UC. No upgrade on this though, so no suppression, no flame pools. Fusiliers now almost getting a base pin. These early G43 upgrades causing the conscripts to struggle big time here. They'll need some suppression or something to force them off. And this is a very late tier 2 tech from DarkRegion. Probably explains is doing so poorly right now. Oh, the allies are just forced all the way back. More coming in, forcing back the MG. 5-man Tommies fighting strongly. Oh, late retreat on the P-Greens, and down they go. Big old burst from those double 5-man Tommies. They are just so strong.
Your forces have constructed a platoon command
MG
post.
did reposition here. Conscripts once more going to have trouble exiting the base. The Universal Carrier being upgraded with the Wasp upgrade. Quite a late Wasp though. Maybe about 9 minutes when it hits the field. Generally you see that closer to 5. It's been using quite a lot of munitions on grenades and whatnot though as well. And the supply drop. Oh, here comes actually quite a late 250 as well from Negi. This one's got the LMG Grenadier group inside. Slowly but surely getting through the squad inside the building, but here comes the AT gun. Oh, misses its first shot. Still right on the outside of its range. Connects with that one. Looks like he set it up as well. Ooh. Man, big misplay there, setting up 250. Almost lost it. Oh, and that is a terrible retreat path. The Grenadiers and the Wasp in here, torching everything. Look at how fast the squad inside the building just died. The Wasp spitting out that damage. And now the Allies just completely bullying the Axis off the map. The Axis didn't really have that strong sustain on the field. I feel like a very fast Schwer, unable to keep up the pressure. So, you know, keeping up the pressure with more light vehicles. But I got some very early overs with the LMGs. It's going to be trouble. Getting in here for some suppression, but might be outgunned here. Too many squads coming through. Gunner Deathloop potentially as well. He gets suppression on all of them, but it's going to need to retreat now. This squad coming out of suppression. Constantly switching targets, but MG going down. It's just like 3 squads and 2 far spaced apart. Late retreat. Goes down. And DarkRegion biting off a little bit more than he can chew. 3 squads coming in at that wide of an angle. Unless you can get like 2 of them AoE suppressed together, not going to work out. And that's going to be a steal on the Maxim as well. Bad news for DarkRegion. Not having the best game so far. Wasp, however, really come online in a big way. Been doing so much damage. Have Vet 3 extremely fast. Most Wasp upgrade. 250 finally repaired, ready to come back onto the field. Just comes through. Oh, with a grenade as well, doing some big damage, but a Faust able to connect. 250 chasing it down, but right in front of the AT gun, down it goes, out of control. 2 models of the Pioneers go down in the explosion. Oh, but the Pio goes down to the conscripts on retreat. So a little bit messy there from Negi. I mean, I don't know what he's really hoping to do. The penetration on the 250 LMG is not very good. It's not very strong against enemy vehicles. Oof. Sparage doing a bit of minesweeping. Could actually lose a squad on retreat as well. 3 conscripts here. Oh no, perhaps not. MG on the retreat path. It's the suppression in. Extremely close though. Without the MG, I think he would have got it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody really using this sandbag position. That's interesting. Usually he's just charging straight down the middle. Here come the conscripts to defend, but as I said, no weapon upgrades on these conscripts. No 7-man yet either. Overs, yeah, didn't really come to support though in that engagement, which was a little bit unusual. Ooh, big old Barrage. 3 models of the overs down. Instant retreat. Still allies struggling for territory. They've been holding on to the VPs pretty well though, despite the early game issues. Pretty close to dead even in that department. Oh, big rifle grenade. Double LMG squads. Well, should have come down here and tried to focus him as he retreated. Should have run down here and tried to focus it. Slight mistake. Ooh, big mortar shell. LMG squads do get away, but that was that's close call. Just getting outmaneuvered here as this barrage forcing them to reposition as well. How many Zis barrages have we seen so far? 35 munitions. That such a strong ability for that cost. The Wasp doing so much damage. That's the way all these squads. And this is interesting, actually. Negi going for tier 3. I thought from how slow his vehicles were coming out, he was going to go for straight for tier 4. I mean, as you can see, he's getting his first tank out. It has 100 fuel still in the bank. Should have had this tank out like 2 minutes ago. Just missing his tech timings quite badly.
Now we can see them before they see us.
Let's have spotting scopes in this commander though. And here comes the P4. And there goes the Wasp. Nice scalp there. Oh, conscripts go down on retreat. This is a big infantry wave coming out for HappyCat. Setting up for a barrage. Ooh, good first shot. Pretty good evasion with the rest. Conscripts holding the line nicely, but once the second wave starts to push through, has to back out. Ooh, gets in there for 1 AT. Down the shot. No AT grenade though, didn't pop out of the building for it. And then the smoke plane, Fusiliers flanking. Very close to the Soviet base though, so reinforcements continually coming out to DarkRegion. And here comes a T-34 to save the day. Stops the cut-off play. We have the M1 out here decrewed, but Guard2707 able to recrew it. Panzer IV just get a bit of friendly fire there. Right. P4 in here pushing, but slightly low on health, a bit risky. M1 connects with one shot, has to back away with the Panzer IV. Doesn't get another shot off. Okay, in comes the T-34. Got a command tank here, however. Oh, rear armor shot. T-34 could go in for the kill here. AT grenades. Oh, but it gets abandoned. Oh my god. And here comes the Tiger for HappyCat. A very fast Tiger, 17 minutes. M1 is enough. Not M1, 6-pounder. Basically the same thing though. Enough to deter the Tiger from chasing in. And that is really unlucky for DarkRegion. Panzer IV abandoned like that. So he had to throw the AT grenade because of the damage reduction aura from the command tank, giving that Panzer IV a little bit more effective health, bring that extra bit of damage. Okay, Tiger has been upgraded with the Panzer Commander upgrade. Does have quite a lot of munitions as well. Could use the artillery on one of these AT guns. It's quite nice when getting aggressive with your Tiger. T-34 coming hunting. No, he's going to actually drop it on the mortar, and big punch from the AT guns. Mortar gets decrewed there. Some British base artillery now forcing back Negi. Tiger trying to hide behind the shock blockers here. AT grenade, but doesn't result in a snare. No engine damage. T-34 coming back in. Tiger getting baited here. AT grenade, I'm pretty sure he got it off. There's some bugs around the building, but it didn't. Tiger smoking off the retreat here. In fact, that was Negi, so his teammate coming in with the assist smoke. They've actually got it on both commanders here. The kitten forcing back T-34. Axis also pushing in the south, getting on top of the fuel. Guard2707 has just an enormous amount of manpower right now. Really needs to spend this. Get himself another squad of engineers. I think he's trying to save for the crocodile. We have one munitions cache down. No fuel cache. And freshly repaired. Abandoned Panzer IV returning to duty. Give this T-34 some headaches. Oh, but rear armor exposed on the P4. Every AT gun missing though. And then a bounce. But there it goes. Command tank down. P4 also derping out pretty hard. It's going to get out of there though. That was some horrible control there from Negi. Just getting caught on each other through this choke point. Might have been trying to use them in the same control group. It's quite often what causes those kind of pathing hiccups. T-34's done a really good job just keeping the Axis back despite being outnumbered and outgunned. Allowed the Allies to hang in there. Just checking out Guard2707. Okay, he has ticked all the way to Hammer, so it looks like maybe he's not going to go for the Crocodile. It's going to be the Comet. Did indeed get himself another squad of recovery engineers. Which is a good idea, you know, he's going to need them anyway for repairs sooner or later, so might as well get them now. T-34 is going to have to be careful here. Raketin pushing up behind this. Standing on the road here though, these Fusiliers taking a lot of damage. Oh, big bundle grenade! Oh, nice last minute dodge or last second dodge. Oh, but the Tiger getting in there for a big shot. Nearly. Oh, here we go. Main gun doing some big damage on this Tiger. Oh man, racking up the kills. Oh, and getting the wipe in fact. Oh, this Tiger's just going crazy. Another wipe. Thanks to the grenade there. Now Guard2707 spending some of his manpower rebuilding sections. Using tracking here to extend the sight range on the Zis. Getting some good hits in. P4 getting some good hits on the T-34 now. Injured damage on the Tiger. There goes the T-34 to the Panzer IV. There goes the AT gun to the Tiger Commander Artillery. DarkRegion now going for an SU-85. Good choice. Probably going to need to back that up with a Zis as well. Guard2707 still floating. Guess he decided against the Comet. Now going to go for the Crocodile. Calling in the air resupply as well. Maybe going to get his teammate an AT gun. And here we go. Flak Panzer now joining the fray for Negi. But I feel like it's a little bit risky going for a Flak Panzer at this stage. Can quite easily die to double AT guns. In fact, no, he's going to pick up the AT guns himself. Guard2707. Crocodile backed up with 2 AT guns is very hard to deal with without rocket artillery. There we go, AT gun, SU-85, AT grenades. There goes the Flak Panzer, just what I was talking about. And, you know, in like a 1v1 maybe you could get away with getting Flak Panzer at this stage, but in 2v2s you can't need that extra durability of the Brumbier. Or if you rush out the Flak Panzer it's also fine, but yeah, at this stage it'll be a little bit rough. Hard to keep alive. Axis pushing right to the Allied base here. They're in some big trouble. But here comes the Crocodile. Let's see if this can turn things around. It's one thing Negi doesn't really have. No AT. Nothing to deal with the crocodile, at least. As for a little bit underwhelming against its armor. Nade. Ooh, big kills. Tiger coming in, looking to do some damage, but a T-gun there. Oh man, that Tiger's getting some really nice long-range hits in. His main gun against all his infantry. 28 kills on that already. Got to that, what, like towards the end of 17 minutes, so in 6 minutes or so, it's got 28 kills. Oh, 17 minutes. 8 minutes. Nice mess there. Okay, mechanized HQ is up for HappyCat. Actually going for a Jagdpanzer next. Not a bad idea. Up against the S-285 and the Crocodile. But that's his army now. Doesn't have room for anything else. Which, as I mentioned, the Axis do kind of need rocket artillery to deal with all of these anti-tank guns. And Negi hasn't ticked. Well, he has got the final stage of tech, but hasn't put it down yet. Maybe that's what we'll see next from him. Also has a lot of manpower floating, quite low in squads. Crocodile's still on the rampage here though. Here comes the Jagdpanzer. Keep it honest. I feel like with the Jagdpanzer you just have to play patiently with it. Wait for it to vet up. Let's get damage where you can. The Jagdpanzer versus S-285. Trading blows, close range. Here comes the Tiger. Oh, but misses that shot. Otherwise I feel like he would have chased in with the Tiger for the kill guaranteed. Misses the follow-up shot as well. Was stationary. It's close to max range. And it's a bouncing. Doesn't have that good penetration, honestly, the Jagdpanzer. Compared to most other tank destroyers.
A sector has been cut off. Engineers ready for assignment.
Panzer taking some S-285 fire. Trading blows. A T-gun decrewed, but here comes the M1 behind that. Looks like he's going to pull the Jagdpanzer back though. A T-gun's going down fast. These Vet 4 overs. Here comes the Crocodile. Really wants to decrew that AT gun, but unable to do so. Tiger in here taking a lot of damage. Double AT guns chipping away. So is the S-285. Tiger could go down here. And there we go. Too late on the smoke. A little bit clumsy with the Tiger control there, and sitting in front of the entire allied anti-tank arsenal. Ends up losing it. Might have got a little bit unlucky not bouncing one of those shots, but I don't think it would have even mattered. We saw like another shot coming in there after it died. Going for a second Jagdpanzer now. Gonna be decent against the S-285 and the Crocodile, but still I feel like they're going to struggle against the T-guns. And it looks like actually Negi not going for Panzerwerfer, going to go for the LEFH. It's an okay option, I suppose. Sometimes the Werfer is a little bit underwhelming against the 6-man AT guns. Has trouble wiping them. So it might also be quite good against this forward assembly, which has been upgraded with the observation post upgrade, so it might call in some of those abilities. Pretty spicy. And we still have very strong infantry core for HappyCat. It's about Vet 4, Vet 5, everything. Crocodile basically the only answer to this. Speaking of, here it comes. do just that to answer. Some good flame damage there. Getting in for one shot, and Jagdpanzer also, fresh one, bouncing its damage. Here comes the LFH again. Oh, that was a big old hit. It's Vet 1 with that shot. Oh, continuing to drop the bombs. 13 kills now. Jagdpanzer's getting in there for some good damage, but here come planes from the observation post. Bounce back. Panzer 4 coming around the side. Actually get a D-crew on the AT gun, but here comes the Crocodile. Oh, but we do have a Panther, but it's not here yet. Pressure on the field. Could really help against the Crocodile in this engagement. Bring it out now, but a little bit late. Might have actually blocked his exit from his base. That carving. Guard2707 still floating a huge amount of manpower. And allies getting very low on VPs, 112 remaining. They really need to turn this around. Recon plane was also up for DarkRegion, or is up. Until we are off now. It's coming down again, 16 kills. Vet 2 already. We're having a B4 war. B4 versus LFH? No, just go middle! Oh man. I think he got 2 squads of Fusiliers right there. And B4 hits Vet 2 straight away. And Jagdpanzer also down. I missed that. Did that go down to the first B4 shot? B4 coming in for a wee bit of a drive-by. Panther's there but missing. Crocodile just doing so much damage. Racking up a similar kill count to the Tiger in a similar time frame. Panther missing its second shot now. Crocodile war speeding out. P4 parked here, forgotten about. And ends up going down to the SU-85 AT gun combo. Just some sloppy control there from Negi. SU-85 going to try to deter the Panther from chasing in. One shot left, I think. One more shot will kill the Crocodile. Panther trying to flank. Main gun crit on the SU-85, but Panther derping out. One shot from death on both of these. Now could go down to the AT gun as he retreats. Might have been worth just going in there for the dive on the Panther. Smoke to try and cover the retreat. In comes a P4 command tank, but I think that's a pretty poor idea, honestly. Get anything there? Do the old dance? No, it doesn't look like it. What's the command tank aura hovering over here? It's a little bit weird, but yeah, P4 command tank I think is a pretty bad idea in this scenario. Like, generally it's kind of good in these team games because you're up against rocket artillery, which does 80 damage per rocket. So having the aura up means your squad's least likely to go down. But facing off against a B4, doing 640 damage per hit, your infantry is not going to survive that. I suppose maybe your tanks will survive a direct hit from the B4, but I don't know. I feel like he maybe should have gone for a second Panther. It's coming down again, but hasn't really got too many kills since those initial 2 barrages. Maybe he needs to make his barrages a little bit more shallow. Maybe he's just going for a B4 kill. Squad trying to get onto the VP. Allies definitely have their eyes on the VPs. 100 remaining. Obers with the sprint now. Bundle grenade over the fence. Pretty good dodge, but so that's 5 Obers on your retreat path. Even super durable conscripts won't last long. Pioneers now as well. I'm not sure what he's targeting there, but didn't seem to hit anything with the B4. Now SU-85 Firefly and a T-gun zoning out the Axis in the middle. Command tank not really doing too much to help here. Might go for a close range LFH though. There we go, right on top of the Zis. Almost knocked it out first shot. It does knock it out with the second. Jagdpanzer getting some nice long range hits on the Firefly here as well. This could open the door for some aggression from the Axis. Ooh. Close call, B4. Could have knocked out Negi altogether. HappyCat is now floating a huge amount of manpower. Looks like maybe he's going to go for the Tiger. Just needs to call it in. Panther going in for the crocodile kill here. Oh, that was just a horrible idea. Like when it's still on 2/3 health, he goes in for the dive. Let's see when it was like 1 shot earlier. Gets badly punished for it as well. There's the AT gun vaporized by the B4. HappyCat, what are you doing, buddy? 1,200 manpower. Nexus. Oh, he's going for the KT. Okay, well, interesting. So seeing, is there a second LFH going up for Negi? Don't know if the Axis are going to have enough infantry to keep back, or just enough anything to keep back the Allies from pushing aggressively here. KT also, I don't know.
Our base is under attack.
It's going to be a little bit too slow in front of all these tank destroyers. This Tiger's a little bit more maneuverable than the KT. Yep, we'll see how it gets on. Upgraded this one with the commander upgrade as well. It's got loads of munitions to burn with it. Maybe that can help zone out the AT guns. Comes the KT, forcing back the T-34 on the flank. Scripts coming in for Mother Russia. Looks like we've got Guard2707 trying to do a kill on the LFH, bringing in heaps of smoke. Looks like he's going to come in for a gammon bomb.
The capture point is being overrun.
There it goes, gammon bomb. That's what I was talking about, not enough defenses from the Axis to stop a push like this. Now going for a Werfer as well. KT mobilizing. I think it was playing a little bit too defensively against the conscripts. Here comes a big old blob. I'll be able to get some kills here. Interestingly, he goes for the STG overs.
Yeah, understood. Field reports indicates the enemy is left with only 70.
This is a decent map for the long range upgrade. The target is missing all its shots despite having the Panzer Commander upgrade. Oh, there we go. Looks like LEFH just going base barraging now. Panzer, oh, finding the Crocodile in fact. Crocodile actually pushing all the way onto the Schwer, and down it goes with Firefly backing it up. Ooh, big worth of barrage. First barrage, 10 kills. Strong stuff, and we're kidding here, but shooting at the Crocodile. S-35 chipping in some damage from the other side. KT, as predicted, hasn't been very useful. Down goes the command tank. And the planes from the observation post now for Guard2707 just to put a stamp on things. No Shredder to shoot them down anymore either. Oh, S-35 on. Oh, I must have seen it because of the section being in cover there, given the bonus sight. B4 grazing the overs. Still hasn't got stacked up many kills since the huge kill on the Fusiliers. Ooh, T-34 gets in there for a really lucky shot. The overs. And yeah, things going south rapidly for the Axis. I feel like this KT was just not the right choice. Here it comes though, going after S-35. Vet 3 misses its first shot. T-34 even penetrating frontally. Good close range warfare. Oh, the B4 gets in there for a huge hit. T-34 maybe was looking for a ram, but doesn't even need to. Panzer gets the kill, but T-34 able to flank around. No snare. T-34 missing. Can the Jagdpanzer make it out? That bonus health from veterancy. Okay, trying to just spin around in the trees. I think it's going to work out too well against T-34. Without a snare nearby, it's pretty low odds of happening, and there we go. The Axis throw in the towel. Well, the Axis had a pretty strong start this game. You know, double fuel control. Transitioned into like some fast medium tanks. So Negi, I think overall let the team down a lot. Like his first medium tank was very slow for somebody rushing tier 3. I thought he was going for tier 4. His medium tank was so slow. And just overall preservation not so good. Also going for his late game build. Just had nothing to stop against Guard2707's pushes, which ultimately devastated the Axis. Also, HappyCat going for the KT late. I don't know, KTs just never seem to work out, especially on like quite a laney map like this. Poltawa just allows those tank destroyers to just pick away at it whilst it misses and doesn't do much. I think the regular Tiger maybe would have been better, but there you go. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you off next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.